Hello, dear ICP organizers and participants. Let me introduce myself. My name is Linda Papitchenko. I'm writing my PhD thesis in National Pedagogical Dragomanov University in Ukraine. But after the 24th of February, when Russia attacked Ukraine, I had to move to Poland, and now I'm in my internship in Adam Mickiewicz University in Poland. Today, I want to present the topic of my research. It's a part of my research: social cultural determinants of personal dignity development through the prism of the post-colonial and post-totalitarian Ukrainian narrative. What is dignity based on? It was the hard question for me, but having analyzed the theoretical sources in my previous scientific articles, I came to the conclusion that dignity is an integral formation based on the intersection of three axiological spheres: personal, professional, and social values. Actually, why I decided to research the phenomenon of dignity. The first answer that because I'm Ukrainian, and Ukrainian historical context and Ukrainian society is stimulated me for this. The issue of dignity has become especially acute in Ukraine in the last 8 years. It was the brutal beating of the peaceful student protest and marked the beginning of the revolution of dignity, where Yafo was one of the active drivers. The topic of dignity within the context of Ukrainian progress has assumed new importance to these events. Sometimes such concepts as dignity are perceived by society as something abstract, exciting in the pages of explanatory dictionaries and philosophical treatises. However, the revolution of dignity has shown that abstract humanistic concepts such as dignity are very specific and tangible and are of great importance in human life. The topic of dignity became more noticeable in the public debate. After the full-scale invasion of Russia into Ukraine on February the 24th, the issue of dignity was activated with new force. It acquired even greater significance and meaning for the entire Ukrainian society in general and many citizens of Ukraine in particular. Ukraine is a post-colonial and post-totalitarian state with complicated history, with long periods of prohibition of its own language, spiritual and religious tradition, and cultural values. Consequences of the loss of statehood at the beginning of the 20th century were catastrophic. The Holodomor, millions of tortured Ukrainians, the extermination of the intelligentsia, attempts to destroy Ukraine identity, etc. Here on the photo, you can see the great Ukrainian poet Vasil Stus, who was tortured by Soviet authorities in the second part of the 20th century. He was a really great poet. There are there are determinants of the higher and lower order of the formation of dignity in the context of Ukrainian realities. The former include external factors. Post-colonial and post-totalitarian Ukrainian society are internal factors: life purpose, orientation, values, and spirituality. Determinants of the lower order and represented by the behavioral, verbal, and emotional spheres of the personality. There is an influence of the socio-cultural environment on the process of the individual's dignity development. The list of the following socio-cultural factors has been outlined: social, politics in its various aspects, ideology, social environment, interpersonal interactions, cultural language, mentality, spiritual and emotional experiences. Broadly defined, culture of free thinking and creative realization, the culture of meaningful cooperation, civility, culture in its artistic aspect, and so on. The external social factors, which are based on an anthropocentric platform, contribute to the growth of personal dignity. On the other hand, the social cultural environment, which communicates a lot of destructive messages at the expense of human nature and its capabilities, results in the formation of low level of personal dignity. One of the key values attacked by the empire or totalitarian regime is freedom in almost all its manifestations: freedom of thought, freedom of action, freedom of creativity, development of the individual, free expression and development of the culture of the enslaved people. Faith in humanity, human potential, independence, capabilities, self-fulfillment, free will promotes positive self-attitude, recognition of one's virtuous and dignified behavior, which are important criteria for personal dignity. In the period of transformation of social and personal values, the development and reinforcement of the above interpersonal and extraneous determinants need to be updated and re-evaluated, as they are important components of the process of one's own personal dignity construction. My main conclusion is that cultural and historical progress, moral and ethical values that are inherent in a particular era affect the interpersonal and extraneous determinants of the development of such a complex integral construction as personal dignity. There is the close connection between human freedom and the issue of human dignity. Thank you for your attention. Have a nice conference and have a nice day.